Hello everybody, today I'll be playing this Yuri visual novel, which is again like a super long title. I can't believe it, the most popular girl in school is a lesbian just like me. By Tim and Pitten, who have made like quite a few games that I liked. This is like 5 years old games, or one of their older games, but I hope it's good still. Their games have been consistent, so let me see. Alright, let me move out of the way. I guess the usual spot. Well, this game has kinda tiny text, but well, I guess it's fine. A little further back. Alright, let me tone it down. How about now? Like, I don't know if it's like the, well, kinda obvious and stuff got updated when I updated the OS. Like somehow the audio settings are different, but well. Alright. Well, basically the gist of the game is, I guess, that she is gay and she's apparently like a little bit of a weirdo, and then there is this popular girl who is also gay, but like nobody knows about it, like either of them, I guess. But we'll see how it goes. This is kinda probably like longer game, so might be 2 sessions, but we'll see. Alright. The video cold of late January bites at my skin and shows no mercy. Students pack on layers of jackets and scarves in attempts to shield themselves from the chill. Let me get my keyboard so I don't need to use the mouse. Alright. The game's premise, well, I guess it might be like pretty realistic. It's been like back in the day, like you didn't really, well, maybe if you lived in a bigger city it was safe to say, but otherwise, like, well, you kinda didn't want to tell strangers that you're gay. Back in the day, like these days it's hopefully more safe, but your mileage may vary. Oh, hello there. Oh, like this. Hordes of students group together to catch each other up on their weekends. As third years cry in joy over the competition of the horrid entrance exams. So they are like finishing high school or something. I disregard the crowds and make my way towards my shoe locker, not eager to go to class. But this is the usual, like, Japan setting. Classmate 1. Good morning, Michutani-san. I flash my signature polite smile. Good morning. classmate too. Hey, how did the exam go for you? You probably aced it. Haha, I survived. Though I'm not sure if I aced it or not. Oh, don't be so humble. I'm sure the class's silent beauty topped everyone. Yeah, like the game page said that the main character is like. So other people view her as silent and probably cool, but like she's kind of a weirdo inside. The two classmates walk away and send them off, and I send them off with that same smile that I greeted them with. Once they leave, I wipe the smile off my face and recall all the stress that dumb entrance exam had caused me. Probably barely passed. So barely passing is good enough, I guess. As long as you get to the university, like, I guess it doesn't really matter what the score is on the exam. I'm no smart, regal, beautiful person that everyone thinks I am. I'm just a useless lesbian on the inside. It doesn't like exclude like other things necessarily. But I can't let anyone know that. I'd be the victim of public shaming if I ever come out of the closet, especially in high school. Yeah, well, I guess it depends in high school. I kept up the distant facade so people don't approach me as easily. If I made a close friend, my secret would surely leak, and I don't want that. Well, given the premise like it's going to leak, I guess. Let me move a little bit more to the side. If I put up this front up, it means keeping my social standing alive. I'll do whatever it takes to keep it that way. Even if it means repressing my gayness. It's Pride Month, so no. But in game it is winter, so it's different, I guess. There's only a few more months of high school left. I can survive for just a few more months. Yeah, though I guess like you could go out with a bang or something. Sai escapes from me as I open my shoe locker, and a letter greets me alongside my indoor shoes. What's this? My hand reaches for the letter and I open the plain-looking envelope. Dear Misutani-san, I have admired you for a while now, but I never had the chance to really reach out to you. I think you're an incredibly beautiful person, and before I continue reading, the name of the author catches my eye at the bottom. Asagumo Isamu. Isamu is a guy, I guess. Asagumo kun ha. Nope. I quickly close the letter and throw it in a nearby trash can. Sorry, but I'm not interested in the least. I receive a ton of love letters, but they are all from boys that I couldn't care less about. Yeah, that's how it usually is. There's only one type of love letter that I want. The ones that are sent by girls. Yeah, though disregarding the thing that this love letter thingy, I don't know if it happens in real life. I kinda doubt it. Well, I have never been approached by the girl either, so it's kinda unlikely. It's probably will never happen. Yep. The thought of this cruel, heteronormative world causes me to chew on my lip and cry internally. I whine too much about it that even I'm fed up with myself. I switch my shoes while shaking myself out of this depressed lesbian mindset. I'm literally counting the days until graduation, awaiting the day I can step into a gay bar and land a girlfriend. Well, like, there is no guarantee that that will work either, but if you have a gay bar, well, it's a little easy at least. And if you're a bar person, which I am not, as I'm about to close my locker, a high-pitched yelp is heard from a few feet away. Curious as to what happened, I take a peek and see a flood of what seems to be letters on the floor spilling from a locker. Okay, that's the popular girl, I guess. Give me a second, I'll move my chat a little bit so I can read. Yeah, well, like especially if you go like far away to university or something, like you kind of wonder like can I just spill the beans because nobody will really care? Wow, another day with a locker filled with love letters. They never stop coming, do they? Like how many people are there in this high school? Haha, jeez. It's not like I ask for them. It seems like the most popular girl in class is having the same troubles as I do, except she's just too popular to care about these finicky love letters. I wonder if she has girls sending her love letters too. So like at that point, like when you get like the whole locker full, it's kinda like, I don't know, like why people even bother sending them, like there's just no way that she's reading them. I shake my head. Wish I had a girl send me a love letter. Well, that would be always the nice thing, because then like you don't need to go through the trouble. Although girl is the one who always needs to take the initiative in these things. Enough with that. To the classroom I go. Back to my fake, elegant mask of a persona. Teacher. So with this variable, you solve this equation and then insert it into here. After that, you have to factor this and move this over. I hope you remember your stuff from last year. It's going to help you tons. As long as it's not differential equations or something like that. That was a pain of a course. A curse too, in a way. And I only ever needed it like twice in my life. The voice of the orange-haired math teacher lulls me to sleep, accompanied with the warm sun that was absent this morning. Well, as long as the teacher isn't like convicted for 34 counts or something. My eyes try their best to pay attention to the chalkboard, but in an attempt to not fall asleep, they wander around the classroom. The classroom's silent, filled with students either paying attention or secretly playing on their phones. Oh yeah, it's the modern high school. Like back in the day, we had these Nokia phones and stuff that could play like the worm game, and that was it. It just looks like the everyday classroom setting, nothing new. I strive to look for something interesting to focus on, and as my eyes cruise in the direction diagonally from me, they settle on a certain Morishita-san. Okay, so she is Morishita. Morishita-san, the most popular girl in class. No, probably the most popular girl in school. Although like not wanting to stereotype or anything, but like I would imagine a lot of guys have this issue that they don't want to date somebody older than them at this age. So it's kinda like impressive that despite that, like her being a third year student, she's still the most popular. She's pretty and cute, yet she has this little devil personality that all the guys like. Okay, I see. Well, those guys will still like an older woman, I guess. I have always had an eye on her because of that, and well, that's what popular people do to you, right? I might have garnered some popularity myself because I sit here and look somewhat pretty, but her popularity is off the charts. Everyone in school knows about her, including the teachers. Rumor has it that she has a modeling job in a magazine as well. Okay. She's sitting prettily, staring at the teacher lectures. Her stunning pink hair, tucked behind her ear, shines in the sun, making it even brighter than it already is. Her expression is a more solemn one compared to this morning's cheery look. The whole face wouldn't look bored listening to such a boring lesson. Well, actually, yeah. Well, let's save and then do this. As expected of the girl labeled most popular in class, she's absolutely pretty and cute even if she looks bored to death. Those lips of hers look pink and plump, as if they were crafted and painted by a master. It would probably feel wonderful to kiss them, wouldn't it? Well, I guess. She didn't have a tremendous pair of breasts, but they look like they are just the perfect size. Not ridiculously big, yet not non-existent. Her exposed porcelain skin is the envy of every girl, including me. Morishita-san's legs are slender, creating the illusion of long legs despite being of average height. the main character is like going through like every detail. A little bit of an obsession there, I guess. They were crossed, so they are not in full view, but the crossed-legged pose makes her seem even more poised and, dare I say, sexy. Sexily cute. I give myself a mental punch in the face for thinking like a gross perverted old man. I hate it when I grovel at girls, but I can't help it. Like, thinking is fine, I guess. Let's be real, girls are cute. Yep. My line of vision rests on her lips again, wondering just how many people she's used them on. I freeze momentarily as I discover her eyes are also on me. We hold the gaze, and it doesn't hit me until seconds later that she caught me staring at her. My brain completely malfunctions, and due to the panic of being caught red-handed, I somehow slam my head onto the desk. Okay, how do you do that? Like, well, I guess I know how you do that, but like, you have to do it on purpose to do it. The room goes silent after, and I raise my head, realizing what just happened. Yep, the weirdo thing is definitely there. Everyone's staring in my direction, and I probably look like a deer in the headlights. This couldn't get any more embarrassing. Surely there are ways, but let's not delve into that. Teacher, Misutani-san. I straighten up and try my best to own it. I don my serious poker face and reply to the teacher. Yes. Were you sleeping and your head fell out of your hands? No. Then can I ask you to answer this question? She points at this jumbled mess of an equation on the chalkboard. There's no way I can even comprehend what that equation was asking for, even if I did pay attention in class. I gulp. I'm sorry, I cannot. The math teacher shakes her head at me in disappointment. Yeah, like nodding, like showing like a new equation or something, and like asking like one of them like, alright, you solve this before I show you how. Yeah, well, she's definitely not paying attention, so that's part of the problem. I did pay attention in classes because, well, I was the good girl. Teacher, I thought so. I generally have no rebuttal. Do I suck it up and take the false blame, or do I admit that I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy checking out a fellow classmate? I apologize, it won't happen ever again. You can stay after school and I can teach you all over again. I swallow another gulp. Oh boy. Yes, ma'am. Everyone's eyes slowly avert from me and return to the droning voice at the front of the class. I look towards the culprit that caused this entire farce. A little smirk flashes across Morishita-san's face, and I bite my lip in remorse and embarrassment. Did all that really just happen? It still feels surreal that I let my facade slip for even a second. I want someone to bury me alive right this instant. Do you understand the question now, Miss Misutani? The sunset glow makes the teacher's hair more saturated than it already is, and frankly gives her a less menacing look than she had earlier in the day. She explained the method and reiterated what she taught in class, but shortened it into a crash course. I'm sure she wants to leave school just as much as I do. With confidence, I nod my head and replied, "Yes, Miss Kaneko." That is like gold child or something, I guess. Or it could be. Probably. She lets out a breath of relief and closes the textbook she had in her hands. Hurriedly, she gathers her materials and begins to head out of the classroom. Stop falling asleep in class now, I tell you. I'm not doing this for the sake of staying even longer after school, but for your grades, you know. I wonder if teachers get like overtime bonuses if they like keep students there after the workday has ended. Would be handy, like you would be really happy to have like bad students then. You could keep them there for like 4 hours or something and rack up like good money, but probably not. I know exams are over and all, but that doesn't mean you can slack off. Or if only I was actually sleeping. Please study some more. I also pack up and sling my bag on my shoulder, eager to go home, but the orange-haired math teacher requests one more thing. And please help me clear the chalkboard, thank you. Yes. And with that, she leaves me alone in the sun-kissed room. I get up from my seat with my bag as soon as she leaves and start erasing the leftover math equations on the board. I could be home right now, but instead I was here staying an extra hour after class, all because my thirsty ass was checking out damn Morishita-san. Welp. Her image flashes across my mind again as I absent-mindedly do my duty. Do my duty is kind of like being in jail. My face blushes immensely after remembering the thoughts that run through my head in class. In retrospect, I really shouldn't have been checking her out in the first place. Who knew there was a 50-year-old perverted man living in an 18-year-old's body? Just what was I thinking? Maybe I need to hydrate myself, seeing how thirsty I was. That's different kind of thirsty, but yeah. Even I'm disgusted with myself. I don't know, like this seems like an overreaction to me though. Like, well, staring is kinda bad, but like It's not the worst thing, at least. Like, you could always say that you were just spacing out or something. There's just one more white mark on the chalkboard right before I'm free. But a familiar voice echoes through the classroom. Hannah, just what part of me were you staring at? I chilled a bit from the sudden voice, belonging to none other than the reason I was in detention for. My eyes widen in disbelief as the most popular girl in school leans against the doorway with her attention on me. It was bad enough that I got caught staring, but this is a nightmare being confronted about it. I can't do anything but freeze in my spot and wait for Morris-san to come over. So like Hana-chan. Hana-chan is like the wiggler thing in Mario. The one with the flower on its head. She walks over to me, but instead of stopping 2 feet away, she stops 2 inches away from my lips. The heartbeat rings through my ears and pounds against my chest. Just what is she doing? I felt that gaze, you know. It was burning into me. Just what is she trying to get at? Or that you were staring. You're just like me, aren't you? Well, I guess she's a weirdo too then. It takes me all my strength to muster my usual persona up to reply, but I can hear my voice wavering. She's way too close for comfort, especially for my gay heart. No, I don't quite understand what you mean. I flinch as her hand slowly sneaks up my forearm. I take a step back in defense, but she just closes the gap even more, soon cornering me against the chalkboard. Well, this is like what like social media would like, at least. Like people who do the wall slamming, like they aren't too loud about it, but the people who want to be wall slammed sure are, somehow. Or maybe just like, well, none of the wall slammers really get into my social media. An alluring whisper makes its way into my ears, giving me goosebumps. A lesbian. A what? My head automatically turns to meet her eyes, and at this point, our lips are practically a hairline away from each other. I swear, I all of a sudden have forgotten how to breathe. A lesbian just like me. It doesn't take a genius to connect the dots. The thoughts immediately form, and I don't think my eyes can go any wider than they already are. The most popular girl in school is a lesbian just like me, but there we go. The girl in front of me doesn't even give me a chance to process what to say before speaking up again. So, which part of me do you like best? My legs, my chest? Her hand sneaks up my forearm some more, and her smile curves into a devilish smirk. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she's probably not going to stop until she elicits reaction from me. The pride in me doesn't want to give her that satisfaction, though I'm too frozen right now to even give her what she wants. Or my lips. All I can focus on are her lips that she's tempting me with, closing in on me. Those she definitely did pay attention to. I shut my eyes closed as I wait for an impact on my lips, but a loud thud from the window causes me to jump in shock. In the midst of my jump, I feel our lips brush slightly due to the close proximity we were previously in. Morista-san backs up as well from the abrupt interruption with a shocked face. However, I'm not too sure if she's shocked from the brief contact of our lips or from the ball hitting the window. I need to get out of here quick before she pulls something again. Please don't misunderstand. You're simply mistaken. I don't want anything to do with you or your sexuality. It is only natural to invite such an idol of the school. Now, if you'll excuse me. The main character sure is playing it cool. Or at least trying. At least trying. As best as I could, I whizzed past her with a probably faulty poker face. My legs move as fast as they can to get out of the situation, and I hope they don't show that they are shaking. The adrenaline coursing through my blood makes me run home despite me hating physical activity. The inside of my mind is still blank and confused as heck. Just what in the world happened? It's not like the most typical way to come out exactly. But like it is a pretty good way to come out, like for this type of a game, I guess. By the time I get home, I'm out of breath and dying. I rush inside and into my room. I plop down onto my bed as I try to catch my breath. The sun has set now, and the walls are soon dyed a dark blue. I bury my head into my pillow to try to gather my thoughts. Our lips brushed, didn't they? For some reason, I can still feel the light contact lingering on my lips. My fingers touch my lips, but the feeling is completely different from before. Even though it was very brief, it feels ethereal. If I'm feeling like this now, what would happen if she actually kissed me? The thought of that makes my cheeks burst into flames. I roll onto my side and curl into a ball from the embarrassment. That would never happen, no. It's more likely than you think, given what kinda happened. And given that we know how these games go. But if it did, it would feel really good, right? If I had the chance, I would. My eyes squeeze shut to get rid of the impossible thoughts before I combust. Instead, I focus back on what Morishita-san was trying to pull. Why would she do that? Why would she share such a big secret, even if it was true? She probably knows that. Well, you're unlikely to say anything about it. Why? Is she trying to play with me? Well, that is definitely a thing based on that encounter. Is this a huge joke to her? Hopefully not. How am I going to face her tomorrow in class? Normally? Does she expect me to just pretend nothing happened? Yeah, that I don't know, like. I guess that is kinda what you default to doing. Well, I scream and the inner gay in me panics wildly. This is all because I checked her out in class. You have no one to blame but yourself, Hinata. Blame your thirsty ass self. Everybody else thought that she was sleeping. My feet drags across the wooden floors on the hallway, treading each step toward my classroom. I barely got a wink of sleep last night because I kept thinking about what happened with Morishita-san. A sigh subconsciously escapes my mouth. I have to see her in class today. All I have to do is pretend not to notice her, right? No, I don't know, like if you have to pretend that you don't notice her, just like act normal. The doors are just a few steps away, and I already see Morishita-san sitting at her desk chatting away with a group of guys. As soon as I step into the classroom, her eyes look in my direction and our eyes meet once again. I'm not sure if it was just my imagination, but the corners of her mouth curl into a smirk. With my poker face intact, I quickly turn away and head to my desk. Like the kinda thing. I get ready for first period, but I find myself looking in Morishita-san's direction all the time. Morishita-san's attention is back to the group of guys, and I can't help but question, is she really a lesbian? Well, like, it's not like you can't talk to guys. It would be kinda bad if you're like in school and you can't talk to guys. She constantly flirts with the guys that hang around her, that are clearly interested in her. She's super touchy with them and is always being cute around them. But that's kinda also like, well, you will probably get treated well if you're not mean to others. Like, some people are just like more touchy-feely too. That's saying something, right? So what was her deal yesterday? I know I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I'm just worried about her. Is she someone I can trust? Or is she just fooling around playing a huge prank on me? I bury my face in my hands and internally scream. It's possible that I'm extremely overthinking the whole situation. And that's kinda like lesbian tradition to overthink everything. The bell rings, signaling the start of class, and students begin getting seated. I take one last glance at Morishita-san, and it looks like as if she has no worry in the world. So why am I worrying about it? I guess like also like one thing is that like if you're like popular among guys, like people are really unlikely to think that you're gay. Which might have come handy like back in the day. So there's also that, I guess. The teacher waltzes in and starts mumbling about today's class, in which I'm clearly not going to be able to pay attention to. Why do I feel like today's going to be a long day? Like, is paying attention to classes like that hard? Like, if nothing else, like you can basically just like write like every word down, and then like, well, that's more or less all the time you have anyway. The old sports equipment inside the storage crates musty smell that I'm pretty much used to. Despite the ray of sunlight shining through the window, it's still dim and eerie. I sit behind the walls and lean against it. It's my favorite spot to hide when I need to get out of gym class. Or do people do this too? Just one request of I need to use the washroom is all it takes for the PE teacher to forget about me, allowing me to relax in here. Or maybe like if it's like super big class, but I wouldn't try this. And like, well, the sports thingies were usually fun too. Like stuff like volleyball was fun at least. PE class is not my fort, and I would do anything to stay away from it at all costs. Yeah, I don't really get why. Like, is it that bad? I guess the main character isn't interested in school in general, I guess. Or maybe just like, well, it's like basically over, so whatever kinda attitude. I stay in here for as long as I can, but I try to be careful not to stay too long and raise suspicion. There's no clocking here, so I sometimes lose track of time, but I think I have a few more minutes before heading back out. Class should be over soon. I stare at the wall and find myself thinking back to yesterday again. So here we go. The memory still hasn't been able to leave me alone, and it's driving me crazy. All because of one brushing of lips. I don't know, like That is like a pretty big thing. Like brushing of lips can in some way be like more exciting than a kiss too. Like it's different. If I'm going crazy over this, how would I even fare if we actually kissed? I'm pretty sure it would be... it's not exactly the same, I guess. So maybe it would be different actually. It kinda depends on what kind of kiss it is. Like if it's like a long and passionate one, then it's way different for sure. But if it's just like a short peck, it's more or less the same. I'm burying my head in my knees and realize how much of a useless lesbian I am. The sound of footsteps catches my attention, and I put my guard up. Hopefully they are just passing by. The footsteps pitter-patter closer towards the equipment room, and the door creaks open. My breathing automatically stops, and I close my eyes in fear of being found out. But that won't help it. Like that's like, well, kind of like ostrich putting its head in the sand. Hannah. Oh, she's here. Ooh, this is way too heavy. Unexpectedly, I hear a voice that's all too familiar. Out of everyone else come here, why does it have to be her? The hurdles go somewhere around here. Her footsteps begin creeping closer and I freeze, hoping she doesn't come my way. Well, obviously she's going to. So you were here all this time. Too late, she spotted me. I look up at her looming figure and gulp as I try to figure out an excuse. Well, she's not a teacher, but she probably knows what is up. Morista-san. Before I can even say my excuse, she's already figured it out. I didn't know you hated P that much to be playing hooky like this. No wonder where you went. That takes me by surprise, leading me to slip a questioning look at her. You noticed I was gone. Morista-san bends down as she placed hurdles on the floor next to me. Who wouldn't? Aren't you the class's silent beauty? I shy away from the nickname. I nearly forgot about my facade with her here, breaking my everything. But since we are alone, Morista-san crawls close at me with a sly smirk and my heart starts beating faster. Well, this is like pretty standard, like manga development. Where were you? Where were we yesterday? Her face inches closer and closer, and I can't help but stay frozen in place. I have no idea what to do. I want to push her away and tell her to stay the heck away from me. But at the same time, this is the moment that I have been waiting for. Yup, well, she's your ass. I don't know what to do. Right when I think her lips are going to touch mine, I shut my eyes quick and brace myself for impact. Well, this is the second time. But our lips don't meet. You know you can't stop me, right? My eyes open wide and I can feel my face heat up from embarrassment. Morista-san's face is this close to me. I can see the details of her lashes and minimal makeup, as well as the scent of her light perfume. It's almost making me dizzy. Yet you're not stopping me. Yep, because he is a hopeless lesbian. You want to do this? Or you want this, don't you? Her evil smile taunts me, knowing she's backed me into a corner and she has revealed my secret desires. But the pride in me doesn't want to be belittled. I don't want her to think she has the upper hand. She has a lot of pride, but that is very fitting for the Pride Month. Yeah. Well, it is summer, so it is kinda hot, but luckily today isn't like super bad. I wipe the shocked face off and replace it with a stern expression. If she wants to have it her way, I'll give it to her. But that is some logic. I do. And with that, I close the distance between us. Ooh. The kiss sends a wave of electricity through me, something I never knew I would experience. Her lips are just as I imagined them to be, plump and soft. The scent of floral smelling perfume gently surrounds me, intoxicating me. If this is a dream, please no one wake me up. But alas, the dream must come to an end. The kiss doesn't last long, but it feels like years. We part and I see her expression is now the face that I had moments ago. I think I slipped a smirk seeing the roles being reversed. She backs up and sits dumbfounded, her face shocked and madly blushing. My face is probably just as red as hers. I need to get out of here as soon as possible. I get up swiftly and walk towards the exit, but a hand latches onto my arm. Yeah, that is like something like you kiss like that and then just like, well, I'm leaving. Okay, well, that is a face. I look over my shoulder to see Morista-san with her head towards the ground. Did I anger her? I don't know, like, if it's a classic. Hopefully not. I can kinda see how it would happen, but I don't know, it seems really weird. Is something the matter, Morista-san? Well, surely something could be the matter after that. Yeah. Misatani-san. The suspense is killing me. Also, gym class is almost about to be over. I'm sure. If she wants to say something, couldn't she wait until later? Well, like, it's kind of a big ask. Like, if you're kissing her and then running away. And then, like, is there something? Something. I gulp in anticipation. What does she want to possibly say? Like, it kinda depends, but there are mostly bad options. Her head looks up at me with a serious expression. Something I wasn't quite expecting. Misotani-san. Be my girlfriend. Okay, that's unexpected. It's very unexpected. Did I hear that correctly? My shocked expression will never get a chance to rest when I'm with her, will it? Yeah, I guess it was really good. I guess like she's kinda like in the same situation though. Like there's just like basically no way that she will find like another girl in this situation. Well, maybe there is, but she would have to go through like all the love letters. Excuse me. I said, be my girlfriend. So I heard it right the first time, but what? Are you out of your mind? I just met you. I don't know, like you have been classmates. How did you just meet? Nothing's free in this world. She must want something from me. What? You don't want one. Apparently now she has changed the topic. That's besides the point. Then it's settled. From today on, you're my girlfriend. Okay, this is like... Well, it is some kind of transaction, but I'm not like sure. I probably have the most idiotic expression plastered on my face right now. I don't know, like I would be something like, well, maybe we can give it a try or something, but like with the girlfriend thing like we'll see about that when we see if this works. But keep it a secret. I have an image to keep up. Well, that's both of you. I'm not opposed to that because society still doesn't accept homosexuality. But why ask me out in the first place then? If what you're more worried about is your image, you're the same, so you know. And also like the why ask? Well, you just kissed her, so that's kinda like implying that, well, you like her. You're making no sense right now. Relationships don't even work this way. Neither of us have feelings for each other. What's the difference between us being strangers and us being in a relationship with no feelings? Okay, well, you don't exactly know the definition of feelings then. Like maybe like not like the relationship kind of feelings yet, but like the being interested party is at least there. That's a feeling, right? Why are you complaining? You just got your hands on a hot girlfriend. Are you going to take it or leave it? That's kinda... I don't know. That statement makes me kinda want to back down though. So I have a choice now. Yeah, she is, but I guess that's how she is, but it kind of pisses me off when somebody is like I'm all hot and stuff. You do now, yes. So do you want me or not? Like there could be like a trial period, so you can always try. It's not like if you start dating somebody and it's like the rest of the life automatically. More likely than not, like things won't work out perfectly. But still can be worth a shot. The sudden choice makes me think. Accepting this offer is literally most likely the dumbest decision I have ever made in my life. Kinda adopted. Like for example, like the staring in the classroom was probably a little bit dumber. It's not like it's like super dumb either. I don't know if she has any ulterior motives or any sort of hidden agenda. I barely trust her. I don't know, like normally people would be like wanting to date you is like the ulterior motive. But this is a once in a lifetime chance. How often do girls just randomly ask you out? Especially the girl that's the most sought out in school. Well, in my experience, like girls will never do it. Like you have to do it most likely if you want things to happen. Well, like she is kind of like a princess type of character. You know, like the high and mighty kind of princess kind of character. Like if this were like a fantasy game, like she would be wielding a whip or something. For sure, that kind of princess. If I don't accept this, how much longer would I have to wait to painstakingly find someone remotely gay? Just in the beginning of the game you were like you can go to gay bar and stuff like after finishing high school, so like I don't know, like a year or something. Well, like also there's the thing that, well, I don't know, I don't see the downside of giving it a try. Like as well, like if somebody is like interested in you, like that is like a really good sign. Like if you're the one who does the asking, then like there is a high chance that they might say yes, but they are like super committed to the idea. But when like somebody else is asking, like you can usually assume that they are at least low-key serious about it. Well, like at least like the university over here, like it was super heteronormative too, so well, it's not as easy as you would expect. Do I want to be reasonable? Or do I want to be using her for my own selfish, thirsty motives? Well, like, the main character is kinda like see everything like in a bad light. Like, I don't know, like dating, like it's not like by definition selfish. Like you're like, but I don't know, like being thirsty, like it can be like a plus in a relationship. So I wouldn't say it is selfish. Kinda depends. It depends on like what the main character is like planning, but I hope the main character isn't planning like something super selfish. Or like how can you even make it bad? Like something like, alright, you're paying like all the dinners and I'll just freeload. Like then it's your selfish, but beyond that, nope. Screw it. I'll take it. Moristasan's face changes back to her usual self. Good. She whizzes past me while I stand there fighting with my conscience. Don't stay in here for too long. They might file for a missing person, honey. I do a double take at the honey, but she leaves without another word. Too quickly for me to react. But she is kinda like... Hannah is kinda like a teasy kind of person, but well, that fits the main character perfectly based on what we have seen. Now that she's gone, I remember more clearly what just happened a few minutes ago. The kiss that I was wanting oh so badly had actually happened, and I don't know how to feel about it. Her soft lips made me feel ecstatic. I never kissed a guy before, let alone a girl, but if kissing girls is this nice, I'd do it whenever I could. Well, lucky you because you have a girlfriend now. But then the deal I struck with her comes to mind, and I can't tell if it sours my mood or makes me happy. I don't know, like, are people like normally like this skeptical about being asked out? Well, I guess like there are reasons. But like usually like girls are safer. Like asking girls out is safer. So on one hand, I got myself a girlfriend, but on the other hand, I barely know her. But that's like every relationship ever, basically, apart from like if you somehow like have like a childhood friend who turns out to be gay or something. But like if you go to a bar or like find someone from a dating site or something like it is exactly the same. Like there's in the vast majority of cases like this is how it goes. But I guess like there can be like some level of second guessing, but I don't know. To me it sounds like it's better to surely you can take it with a grain of salt, but like don't like overanalyze it. Just what have I gotten myself into? Well, a relationship. That's what they call it. The main character is doing the hopeless lesbian thing really well, at least. The end of the school day has arrived yet again, and my so-called girlfriend is still nothing but a stranger to me. It's like the first day. I thought having a girlfriend would change my life, but for the past 2 days, nothing has changed. Okay, it's actually third day, well, at all. You could give her like your phone number or something, like it might be easier that way. Like both of the characters are basically like keeping a facade, something in the school, so like there is like zero way for them to get anything done. We are both going on with our lives, like our interaction in the equipment room never happened. She's still being her usual self in class, and I'm still here as well. Nothing new. I've given her the past 2 days to see what she wants, but it seems like she doesn't want anything. I don't know, like surely like you could also want something. What was the whole point then? After that day, I just kept thinking at the back of my head that this was all a joke, a prank. And it's being proven, honestly. The main character Sua is like really cynical about this. This whole thing is ridiculous. No, not really, like every relationship starts like this, more or less. I look over at her desk and see the usual guys with her. She's laughing at the joke that was said, mesmerizing the others with her infectious giggle. The group begins to get up and leave, probably to hang at the bustling city center nearby. I ball my hands into fists. If she's just toying with my feelings, I want to know right now. Okay, now she's being active, but like not in a healthy way. I'd like to catch her in the act if she's going out to fool around with some boys, despite labeling me as a girlfriend. Shouldn't your girlfriend consider your feelings? A relationship is a two-way street, not one. Or it is a two-way street, but you're not doing anything helpful either. I quickly pack my bags and follow the posse out of the school grounds. Okay, so now she's stalking her own girlfriend, basically. I somehow successfully follow them into the train headed towards Shibuya. It's hard to keep up in such a busy location. There are times when I lose sight of them briefly but manage to find them again. The sea of people constantly blocks my view and stagger my steps in following them. But I guess that's a good thing, so that I'm not following them too closely. Unfortunately or fortunately, there hasn't been any signs of her so-called cheating on me. It's just her window shopping with a couple of guys. She will sometimes act all touchy, but that might just be her personality. Well, it could be. Or like maybe she's like, yeah, I can get like a free dinner from these guys, so why not? They stop at a nearby store and start to chit-chat. I stop as well and have slowly given up on following her. I shake my head and smack my forehead. Maybe that will smack some sense into me. What am I even doing? I don't know, like you could. It's kinda sus, but because you're here, you could be like, oh Hannah, you're here too, wanna hang out? That would work, right? Also, like there is a chance that she doesn't even want to be with the guys. Although there is also the chance that, well, it won't drive the guys away. This is astonishingly out of character for me. I'm a literal stalker right now. I don't know, it's kinda in character at this point. My head begins to throb, and I feel a migraine coming. All this just because of my new girlfriend. But not really because of that, like more because like you're over-analyzing this way too much. Simply amazing. As I return to look, someone bumps into me and drops their groceries. Oh dearie, I'm so sorry. I know it's alright, here let me help you. I pick up the few oranges that rolled off and place them back into the bag. What a wonderful young lady, thank you very much. The old grandma walks off carrying her grocery bags, and I go back to scouting Morista-san. Who knows, like maybe the grandma was gay too. Except she's nowhere, not where I last saw her. I look around to see if the group just moved, but alas, nowhere. As I unroll my eyes. Losing track of Morista-san is probably a sign telling me to stop it with this farce. I'm just being stupid. Let her do what she wants. I don't care anymore. I don't think I cared much in the first place. Oopsies. I would say like the main character like kinda isn't relationship material. If you do this like basically 3 days in the relationship is like super yikes. Like so like momentarily you can like have doubts and stuff like that is normal, but like right off the bat. This whole girlfriend thing is making me go haywire. I shake my head again and decide to go home. When I turn around though, I bump into yet another person. Sorry. It seems my target has come to me instead. Morista-san. First you checked me out, and now you're stalking me. Scary. My face turns beet red, but I hold a straight face. It's none of your business. Question mark. But you're my girlfriend though. You sure don't treat me like it. You don't treat her like that either, like, I don't know, you treat her like your worst enemy or something. Tired of the game she's playing, I walk past her with a pissed expression. Oh, wait a sec. She holds me down by looping her arms with mine, which catches me by surprise. I look at her, now with puppy eyes, pleading at me to stay. But no matter how cute or convincing those puppy eyes are, I'm not staying. I don't know, like, what is wrong with the main character? My feet continue to walk, but Morita-san holds onto my arm tight and walks alongside me. Like, the thing is that she hasn't even done anything. Like, you're just stalking her just because, and now you're mad because she hasn't done anything. Are you mad? Yes. I bring out my sarcastic tone, a tone I don't use quite often. No, why would I be mad? You're the one that proposed to be girlfriends, yet there are no signs of you remotely wanting to play the part. What reason is there to be mad? I don't know, like you're doing nothing either. Morita-san goes quiet for a moment, probably picking up my sarcasm. Let's talk. I stop in my tracks and I'm surprised again, this time at your serious tone. Johanna is probably relationship material at least, like she is reasonable. My eyes open wide in shock and give her a questioning look. But I'm hungry, so let's talk over food. She then drags me to the nearest family restaurant down the block. Okay, now we can see like if the main character is using her, like who pays the bill. Time after time, I somehow fall into her pace and follow her like a loyal puppy. I don't know, like what is with the whole thing of like getting pissed when she tries to do like anything good. The popular family restaurant chain is bustling with customers, but we manage to be seated at a booth. A waitress comes to us and takes our orders. Morita-san quickly orders without even looking at the menu, while I struggle to decide what I want with the small amount of time I'm given. Well, the ethic in this kind of situation is to ask like other people, like have you decided yet? Because then they'll have a time. If like somebody just goes like immediately like, yo, I'm ready, I'll take this, then it gets awkward. I'll take the house special Salisbury steak, please. I'll take the chicken pasta. Coming right up. The waitress leaves us to ourselves and my attention reverts back to my so-called girlfriend. She checks the phone for notifications and scrolls through some sort of feed. Silence falls over us and I decide to break the ice. So why did you ditch your friends? She looks up from her phone and replies, oh? I just got bored and hungry, so I left. So really just things without care, huh? When did you find out I was following you? You mean stalking? A giggle erupts from her mouth. She puts her phone down. I'm happy that she is finally paying attention to the situation at hand. I give her an unamused frown, but I don't really have the right to give her one, seeing that was technically stalking her. I didn't mean to. Oh, you definitely did mean to. Another laugh comes from her mouth as she crosses her arms on the table. No, I'm glad you followed me. What? I said I'm glad you followed me. I would have been bored to death after leaving them. heard you the first time. And I'm surprised you just ditched them like that. Well, it's not like I left without saying anything. I just told them I'm tired and wanted to go home. And it's not like I wanted to hang or anything. Hello. So you just went because they asked you to. Well, I guess that is what she does. Morista-san looked away with a look that says I hit the nail right on the head. Yeah. Is that what it's like to be popular? Not being able to turn down invites? Well, I guess it's kinda hard at times. Like, it's not like you can't just like be friends, and if you have to turn down everybody because you're popular, like that would suck too. Oh, let me actually save them. How far are we into it? Okay, not really too far. Which this is probably the number I need to pay attention to. Alright. Chuckled thinking about how she's able to track people into her own pace but still manages to be tracked by others. I don't know, like I don't think being social is like a war or something. Do you always agree to hang out? Can't you just outright say you don't want to? I just don't want to look bad, you know. Maybe it's just me and my different outlook on life. I don't have people around me all the time. Hence no one expects much of me. Her eyes then look into mine. For a quick second, atmosphere around her became something completely different. Don't you have expectations thrown onto you too, silent beauty? Probably only the silence part. In reality, you're probably nothing like that, am I right? I can see it. You're probably a repressed lesbian underneath that exterior. You can still be a silent beauty like that. That part doesn't need to go anywhere. Like lesbians can be silent too. It's not like you need to be like flaming gay or something all the time. I opened my mouth to refute, but then the realization hits that she was right. Did she read my mind? I also have expectations to withhold. With me deemed the silent beauty, I have to put on this fake image of myself as a means of driving people away. Again, it's for the sake of my social standing. Though it's not too hard. Not a lot of people talk to me, so saying one or two words in my fake persona isn't taxing on me. The only main difference between me and my silent beauty persona is that one is a repressed gay that often gay panics and the other isn't. Compared to Morista-san, she's constantly expected to keep up her cheerful and popular image. Wait, don't tell me I got that right. That was honestly just a wild guess. My fingers interlaced with each other, and I look down in silence, knowing that I have nothing to argue with. If I say that she's right, I'd be spilling a secret to someone I don't even know that well. I don't know, like you can be like something like, yeah, I don't know, like maybe it's kinda like that, but who knows. The vague answer it is then, okay, we're going in the right direction at least, like instead of like being hostile at every opportunity. You can think whatever you want, okay, I guess not. I guess we are not going in the right direction. Nah, you're no fun. Say, why would you follow me anyway? My head slowly rises, and I dread my embarrassing answer to her. Like, probably the answer is something like, I don't know, I want to be miserable and find a reason why I can dump you. It's kinda how the main character feels. I just wanted to see what you were doing with those guys. You made me your girlfriend, but nothing has happened between us. It's like this whole thing is a joke on me. I myself still don't understand what your motive is. I don't even have any contact information of yours. That's what I said, like you could have just given us something to her, and then it would be easier. Frankly, I don't trust you. Well, yeah, that we have seen. Hinata definitely has some trust issues here. For some reason, her eyes widen, as if I said something blasphemous. Did I say something wrong though? Well, not like really, like at least saying it like she knows. The whole mindset, well, that is a bit iffy. I really didn't mean to adopt you, nor do I want to adopt you, but you kinda do want to. Are you really a lesbian? Okay, that's a yikesy. That's a yikesy. If you really are, should you really be trusting me with that info? You also don't know anything about me. What if I slip that to the class and spread rumors? Like there is no way like anybody will believe it. Her brows now furrows, and she stares at me with an angry expression I never knew she could show. Are you saying I can't trust you then? I don't quite know what she means by that. Well, you can, because I'm not one to spread rumors. Besides, your sexual orientation is none of my business. But why me? What if I was actually someone malicious? You shouldn't go telling people these things, especially when society is still so against it. It's basically saying that, well, she can't date like anybody. You're gay too, aren't you? Was I wrong this entire time? Royster-san doesn't answer my concerns, but turns the attention to me instead. I struggle to admit it, only because I have never come out to anyone before, but I muster all my courage up and say it proudly. I am a lesbian as well. The look on her softens, she seems more relaxed. She fidgets with the thin gold band on her right index finger, and her voice becomes less stern than it was just a minute ago. Then that's fine, isn't it? You understand me. Well, maybe, hopefully, in some level, the main character does. This is the first time I have met someone that's the same as me, a comrade. I saw the chance and took it to be with the gender that I like. I had never met anyone that thinks as naively as her. But you don't even have feelings for me. We are still essentially strangers, you know that, right? Or that's what they call dating, you know? You barely know me, and that's enough to raise a red flag. Things are going to go downhill fast. Well, that attitude probably isn't going to help it. Like, is it like that hard to be? Or like, well, spend time with somebody and like learn to know them? It's not like it needs to go well, like immediately, but like at least give it a try. And like this is me like being a hopeless introvert saying this. Though I guess like in a way like, well, it is like more natural to me, like I'm the kind of person who only wants like few friends and stuff, or needs few friends basically. And it's like easier to focus on a few people than like hang around with a huge bunch of friends. I don't know, maybe my mindset is also like just different. But like, just not like, it's not a red flag if you don't know each other. Like, in a way it can be better even. Well, I can get to know you. Due to the liveliness of the restaurant, the mumble was barely audible, and I feel like I missed something important. Sorry, what did you say? Nothing. Anyway, back to my point. I don't think it's a smart idea to date for the sake of dating. Sure. No, like, well, dating is kinda something you do for the sake of it because, I don't know. So you don't want to be my girlfriend? She looks up at me with pitiful eyes again, but this time it looks genuine. They make me want to give her what she wants, despite me feeling the opposite way. My heart is telling me no. No, I shouldn't get into a relationship with her simply for the sake of dating. Just because she's conveniently here already and conveniently gay. Well, like, isn't that like... Surely it's the same for straight people. Everything would just be fake if no feelings are involved. It would be just like a school play, a movie with two actors. Well, like, I don't know. Like, maybe the main character is just like... Well, it is hard for her to have feelings until she knows the other person, and I can kinda relate to that too. But like, well, that's why you need to give it time. But I don't know, like, If I were Hannah, like at this point, like my mindset would be like, well, she is the walking red flag, so maybe it's the better to just, well, if she gives up. Because the main character is kinda like a walking red flag. Yeah. Yeah, demi-romantic or demisexual, I guess. Well, I guess demi-romantic can also be a thing. Demisexual is more about the sexuality thing or the sexual part of relationship. And romantic is about the, well, the concept of romance as a whole. But selfish devil on my shoulder says that this is a great opportunity to maybe try things out. Well, I don't know, like that's not selfish, like that is like normal dating. Normal dating, like that is the, not the selfish devil, but the sound of reason. Something that the main character is struggling with. We are just two teens taking chances, experimenting and making mistakes while we can. I try to mess up now than later. So yeah, there's that too, but it's not like you have to mess up. And it doesn't seem like Maristasan is bothered by it either. She seems quite eager to get into a relationship, even though I told her multiple times about how I'm a mere stranger. Yeah, the protagonist has issues. I don't know, like yeah, maybe when you're younger you think like falling in love is like something that is like overwhelmingly strong and stuff. It doesn't necessarily need to be. Like kinda depends on like what kind of person you are. Like my kind of love at least like isn't like the kind of love where like I go to my partner every day that I love you and stuff like that. But someone on Mastodon was making a poll about that, and like half of people were like they say to their partner that every day that they love them, but I don't know, I kinda, or maybe it's true, but I don't see how I would do that. It would feel really weird. But even then, like, well, no, like you can be nice, like that is what counts. Not necessarily what you say, but more like what you do and stuff. When the main character isn't doing too hard with doing good things. Like I don't know, like she's like everything reasonable is selfish, and then like stalking her and adopting her and stuff like that. Like that is all cool. Right? The reasoning in my brain gets muffled by my greedy feelings. I can just agree now and break it off later if things are really not going well. It's as simple as that. I just have to make it clear with her. But that's dating. Marista's waits the answer in anticipation, was staring intently through me. Fine. I'll be your girlfriend, on one condition. Her head tilts and her left eyebrow raises in confusion. She probably didn't expect terms and conditions to apply. The one condition being If things don't work out and we break up, neither of us can hate or blackmail each other. Well, that's expectations, I guess. But good on Hannah because she's in danger of this happening, and the main character not so much. She can be like, but you promised not hate to blackmail me. His so-called girlfriend burst into laughter, resulting in some heads turning to our table. Haha, why would that ever happen? But yeah, some people like the main character are like that, I guess. I'm just being careful. You're hilarious. But you have yourself a deal. Should I come up with a contract for both of us to sign or something? So she's back to her cheeky self again. Yep, but you asked for it. She giggles in lieu of her little joke of exaggeration that I didn't find quite amusing. Then she picks up her phone again and holds it in front of me. You mentioned earlier that we don't have each other's contact info. Let's change that right now. Do you have Ryan? We proceed to exchange Ryan's, and just then the waitress returns with our meals. Here you go, enjoy your meal. Without another bat of an eye, she leaves quickly to attend to more important things. The lovely aroma of the food causes my stomach to grumble, and I can feel my mouth salivating. But it all comes to a sudden stop when I see the bunch of cherry tomatoes on the side. I don't recall seeing tomatoes in the picture. But that's pretty pasta. Or like how can people hate tomatoes? Like those are great. I don't know. Like tomatoes you don't even like taste much. Like they are pretty mild. Like wasabi or something like that. Like those give me trouble, but only because I'm weak against spice. But like everything mild is fine. But the same with mushrooms. Like people hate those too, but mushrooms are great. Anyway, I pick up my fork and push the tomatoes away in disgust even further from the pasta and begin digging in. Itadakimasu. For an average family restaurant, the food tastes really good somehow. The pasta is cooked to perfection, not too hard, yet not too soft. The sauce has the right amount of saltiness, and everything is just a huge symphony in my mouth. Or like to me pasta is like, well, tomato sauce is the way to go, but I guess not for the main character. I go for another bite. Morishita-san points her chin at my discarded tomatoes. You don't like tomatoes? No. I'm not a particularly picky eater, but tomatoes are on the top of my blacklist. I don't know. I'm not convinced. The slimy texture is unpleasant. But yeah, they have the thing inside, but is it that bad? Then give them to me. Perfect. Someone that will eat my unwanted tomatoes. I'm in love. Well, at least like there's one thing she likes about her now. I chop one of the red roundy stevels and pass it onto her plate. but she apparently wants it somewhere else. She opens her mouth, expecting me to feed her. I feel my face starting to get warm. I never knew feeding someone could feel this embarrassing. I don't know. Well, yes, it can be embarrassing, but I don't find it embarrassing. Maybe I have just gotten used to it. Like, it's nice for sure. I wouldn't trade it embarrassing. I'm not feeding you. The main character Sue has this pride thing going for the Pride Month and everything. Ah, come on, just one. Just once. The signature smirk taunts me, knowing full well that I'm faced by this whole ordeal. I reply to her smirk with a disappointed look. Do I really have to? Or you could just be like, nope, it's not a big deal, so could as well. Weren't you the one that was complaining that I wasn't treating you like a proper girlfriend? Yep, sure were. This is a start. I'm sure this is easier than holding hands. Well, maybe it's on the same level. Holding hands. My imagination runs wild as it conjures the day I first hold hands with her. Oh yeah, holding hands is super lewd, I guess, in these kind of games. Yes, this is child's play compared to holding hands. Okay, I guess. I think they are in the same level, but nope. I sigh and forfeit and suck it up. Suck it up. Morista-san opens her mouth again in anticipation, and my hands seekingly feed her the tomato. She engulfs my fork with a smile on her face. I hate that she knows that I know she won. Well, like, relationships aren't about winning, you know. Or like, maybe they can be about winning, but not like singular winning. Again. For the rest of the tomatoes, I just quickly drop them on her plate so I don't need to feed her again. You know, that was an indirect kiss, right? You had just normally kissed already, so it's not like it's a big deal. The thought didn't cross me until she mentions it, with her cocky smile still present. I can feel my face getting warmer than before from the embarrassment. I don't know, maybe the main character also has embarrassment issues. Except I shouldn't really be embarrassed because it's pretty common for a couple to do stuff like this. I keep my composure and fight back. What's an indirect kiss to me when we have already had a direct kiss? Yeah, there we go. There we go with the smug face and everything. Her eyes open wide in shock of the retort, but her smile grows wider as she acknowledges the playful banter. She chuckles in defeat and lets the issue go. It was interesting to see her be at a loss for words. I don't know, like this kinda like sounds like some kind of like a relationship where both of them are tops and then they will like fight about it like all the time basically. Who gets to be more top. Not that it wouldn't work as a relationship dynamic, but well. Like in the beginning, the main characters sounded more bottom, but maybe it's not so clear cut. I can't help but hold back a smile after what seemed to be the most genuine and fun interaction I have had with her so far. Though it is definitely progress better than the stalking and everything. Maybe this isn't so bad. Yeah, it's not so bad as long as you don't make it bad. She seems like a totally reasonable person, like Hannah, compared to the main character. But maybe it will be fine when the main character gets over the pride issues and everything. For the rest of the time, we end up eating while talking about random stuff. It was all thanks to Morista-san for trying to make small talk. I really appreciated her efforts because if it weren't for her, the entire time would have just been silence. I kinda know how that goes, like I'm notoriously bad about coming up with small talk. And also I'm an introvert, so I'm myself fine just looking at trees or something and thinking about things. By actually talking, it's not like I didn't want to, but it's sometimes hard. I wouldn't have known what to talk about, so her being a people person helped out a lot. Yeah, that is totally relatable. The winter sun is now setting and casts an orange hue to the cityscape. Together we walk towards the train station, but it turns out we need to split ways as we are going in different directions. This is the part where you kiss me goodbye. Even to the end, she keeps playing around with me. No way I'm going to kiss her in front of hundreds of people here. You have gotta be joking. Of course not. She says that, but the smile on her face says that she just wants to make me embarrassed again. I look around to see the sea of people passing by. I wouldn't mind doing it if there weren't so many people, but knowing that there could be someone watching makes me tremendously nervous. And you can just hug. That will work. Maybe some other time, somewhere else. Oh, what a great girlfriend. Yeah, you're a great girlfriend too. Coercing her girlfriend to do something she doesn't want to. Yeah. Morista-san pouts in an unamused manner from not being able to get what she wanted. That's enough for today. Get home safely, Morista-san. It's getting late, so please just go straight home, don't stop by. Before I can even finish, she pecks her lips on mine unexpectedly and interrupts me. Well, that's one way to do it, but hug is also an option. Also an option for situations like this. Yeah, you can probably do that too. Just hug is about as good. In some situations, it is better. She backs up, and I put my hand on my lips and look around in haste to see if someone saw. Morista-san. She loves her cute little love and sticks her tongue out, holding a peace sign to signal her victory. I always get what I want, you know. Well, that's not the best attitude either, but nope. With that, she turns around and joyfully skips to her designated platform. But she faces me again and shouts one last message. And stop calling me Morishita-san. After that, she leaves for good, disappearing up the stairs to her train. I look around one last time and then quickly find my train. I have lost once again. But it's not like it's about winning or losing. Oh dear. Didn't pay attention, but this is Yuri. Over there. Alright, maybe I can't get to 700 something lines, so it's then half done, but will still take a while. I have been chit-chatting a lot somehow, but that's fine, I guess. Probably better than just like speed reading through it. At least like I'm having more fun this way. But not that the game is fun either, but well, it's just like it is asking for auto-ridicule about the main character. So can't like pass by that opportunity. By the next week, the mood between us has definitely changed. Morishita-san keeps subtly sending glances at me during class, and she keeps sending me messages on Rhine. I usually stop replying after a few messages because I know the stats in my stealth aren't high. I don't want to get caught in class and make a fool of myself again. For the rest of the school day, I try my best to pay attention in class, but she keeps distracting me in one way or another. When the bell rings, I sigh a breath of relief and check my phone to see the messages I have missed. After my last messages, she starts whining and sending weird memes, but she gave up after 5 minutes, it seems. Sending memes is like good relationships though. I look over to her direction and see the usual sight, a crowd of guys and girls around her. I learned from last week that I really shouldn't get too jealous over her with her group of friends. Yep, that is a good idea, definitely. Like I guess like if you have like issues with like being too jealous, like it's probably better to think that no, like if she does something like that's her at fault, like I'm at least having the high ground if anything. Still not the best attitude, but it's better than like stalking. Besides, she currently seems to be having a good time. I start packing my bags to leave for home, until I look over once more and find her looking at me in a distressed way. Her eyes flicker between me and her friends, but it's clear that she's trying to tell me something. I check my phone to see if she sent me any messages. Nothing. Well, like most likely, she is hoping that you wait. The next time she looks at me, I tilt my head and send her a confused look. Like in a situation like this, like you could do something like you could find like an appropriate meme and send it to her and then like go home. It's mean, but it's mean in the right way. I don't know like what the meme could be. Like maybe like something like the meme about the dog sitting on a chair in a burning room, like something like that. It's not like super fitting, but it kinda gets the point across, like she is surrounded by people and like you're like, this is fine. Now her eyeballs move left and right quickly, but goes back to smiling at group. I get up from my seat and head towards her. Nervous glances might be saying she wants to get out of there, though I might be overthinking, create a huge scene again. Excuse me for intruding. I part my classmates like the Red Sea, and they look at the sudden stranger coming up to them. Morrison, please don't forget, we were asked by Miss Kaneko to help move some of her things in the staff room. I expect you to be there. Her friends turn to her for confirmation of the sudden request. The look on her face brightens and almost literally glows. It seems my hunch was correct. Yes, I almost forgot. Thank you so much for reminding me, Miss Tanisauna. Ah, for real? Yeah, haha, sorry guys. You guys should probably go on without me. I didn't know how long it will take. Lame. They begin to file out the classroom, leaving us alone to supposedly go help our math teacher. Morista-san slumps in her chair and looks up at me with a tired-looking smile. Or like like there are like the anime characters who are like all cheerful, and then like when they are alone they are like whatever. Like that kind of characters. Thanks. Well, she's quite not that drastic. To be honest, I had no idea what you were trying to tell me at first. I just kind of assumed you wanted out of there if I were to take from last week's experience. Well then, I'm glad you guessed it right. Don't tell me you're only dating me to help you get out of situations you don't want to be in. Well, back to this cynical thinking. She grabs her bag and slings it over her shoulders, sticking her tongue out in a cute manner. Oops, I guess you have found out. Well, I have been found out, but yeah. Come on, let's go help out Miss Kaneko. Right. We walk down the stairs onto the main floor where the entrance of the school is located. I plan on just going straight home, but Morista-san suggests something else. How about I treat you to something for helping me out? No, I'm fine, thank you. Okay, well, she is supposed to be your girlfriend. Oh, come on. Let me do something for you. I think I'd rather just go home. And besides, weren't you the one that didn't want to hang out with your friends in the first place? Go home and rest, Morrison. Okay then, huh? The main character is kinda ruthless. But I want to spend time with my beloved. Again, she links arms with mine and smiles a Cheshire cat-like smile. If she's suffering, I guess I can't turn her down. Okay, that's a sudden change. Then... but don't think about anything dirty. I don't give my body out just like that. It takes my brain a second to register what she meant, and when it did, I blushed and replied in a fluster. I wasn't thinking of that. I would have never thought about it if you hadn't mentioned it. Yeah, like Hannah is just teasing her because she is like first like, nope, I'm not interested, and then like all of a sudden like, yep, let's go. Also, you're thinking about it now. I ignore her and start racking my brain to think of something she can repay me with before she teases me even more. There was that place that everyone was talking about lately on Twitter. The RIP Twitter though. I guess it's now like messaging service Y or something. Oh, how about that new creep place in Yoyogi Park? It's been the craze as of late. Her smile lights up into something less sinister. Oh yeah, that place. I have been there. You have? It's quite expected, I guess. She's probably hung out at every popular site. So you'd recommend it? Yeah, I'd say so. Wanna go? It's your treat, no takebacks. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess. Like, I'm not like sure like what is. But this is like not a good take though. Like, you don't need to remind her about it, like that is kinda iffy. Well, like you can't play like all kinda like games with like who pays, but usually you want to be like, well, I'm paying anyway. Like that is kinda the ethic there. And then like it is like negotiation, like will you pay or will she? Like will she? Well, will she basically like say that nope, I promise, so I'll pay. But you don't like usually rub it on them that you're paying it. Morista-san kept holding onto my arm the entire trip here. I didn't quite mind it, but I wasn't used to such constant skinship. It might be something I have to get used to now that I have her in my life. You don't have to be so tense, you know. What? She giggles at my confusion. You seem really stiff with me holding onto you. You sure you don't mind it? I'm fine. It will just take a little getting used to, that's all. Whatever you say. The creep, probably. The creep card is just within eyesight, and the line is filled with young teenagers waiting to get a taste of the Instagram-worthy snack. We join the line and try to decide which flavor to get. Since you have been here before, what do you suggest? What do you like? More tart flavors or more hearty, heavier flavors? They don't put tomato in them, I guess, so that's safe at least. Maybe something with chocolate. I'm not really that picky. Yeah, as long as it's not tomato. Not picky, huh? Says the one that wouldn't eat her tomatoes the other day. Hey, it's just tomatoes I don't like. Anything else I'm okay with. Okay, that is an invitation to take like something really yikes and see if it's okay. If you say so. I give her a pout in response to her teasing and switch back to the original topic. Like if she doesn't like tomato, like what would be like something that is also likely to not work. But cucumber has like the thing inside, kinda. But no, it's not put into these scriptings either. Yeah, I don't know, like kiwi fruit or something. And that has also the inside thing here. Which one did you get the last time you came here? I got the caramel swirl. It was really good. Caramel swirl, huh? I craned my neck to take a better look at the menu. There's not a huge selection, but every one of them sounds equally delicious. This is the only time I'm grateful for a long line. Aside from them, then my mom tells me to stay in line at the cashier while she grabs something else. I look at Morista-san and continue interrogating her about flavors again. I assume you're getting something different this time. Yeah, probably. She herself is also trying to take a peek at the menu board ahead of us. Our position slowly moves forward to the cart, and the time is near to choose a flavor. Morista-san, since I can't make up my mind, I can't just choose the most expensive one, right? You're treating after all. Okay, that's one way to handle it, but she shoots me a judgmental glare and exaggeratedly rolls her eyes. Anything for my girlfriend. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the main character is kinda like walking red flags in multiple ways. That might have been kind of sarcastic, but my heart couldn't help but skip a beat hearing her address me as girlfriend. I nonchalantly turn my head to the other direction to not let her see me blushing. Knowing her, she's bound to tease me about it. We finally reach the front and order. Morista-san picks a blueberry one, whereas I pick not the most expensive one, but the second most expensive one. Just to spare her wallet, an Oreo triple fudge. It sounds really heavy, and I might have regretted my decision, but it sounded way too good to pass up on. So I guess the good move would be to take the most expensive one and say that by the way I'm buying this, like it's too expensive for you. Like she promised, she pays for both of us, and we find a nearby bench to enjoy our crepes. Wow, that tastes amazing. The chocolate coats my tongue, and the Oreo pieces just melt in my mouth. I don't feel guilty for ordering one of the more expensive ones anymore, just because it tastes so good. I'm too busy indulging in my crepe to notice Maurice the son went quiet for a while until she speaks up. Hold your arms out a little. Excuse me. Hold your arms out a little. Why may I ask? Just do it. What is she up to this time? Lucy instructs and hold my arms out forward, completely unaware of what she has in mind. Itadakimasu. Don't eat her. In the blink of an eye, she charges for my crepe and takes a big bite out of it. Okay, the crepe and not her. Hey! Mama, you're right, this is delicious. Though a bit too sweet for my liking. Oh yeah. She ignores me and goes back to eating her own crepe, pretending like she didn't just commit a dire crime. What, you made it sound so good. I just had to give it a try. Open my mouth to scold her, but I notice a dollop of cream on her cheek and can't help but burst into laughter. She pauses her meal and faces me with a baffled expression, not expecting me to be laughing. You have some cream on your cheek, but that's hardly like a laughing matter. Her hands swipe at the face in attempts to get it off, but she doesn't seem to be successful. Seeing how helpless she is, I pull out my handkerchief from my skirt pocket and lean over to wipe it off her. You're really like a kid sometimes, you know that. And that's all kind of a yikesy statement. You seem to always have your own agenda, not caring about what others want. And of course, eating so messily. Sure. That is also a yikesy statement. I snicker one last time and not mentally in approval of my comparison. I don't know, like the main character is like 10 times more childish. A shade of pink washes over her face as she frowns at my comment. Oh, shut up. You're the one that has to deal with me, so it's not my problem now, is it? I can tell she tried to talk back and sounds snarky, but all that shows is her being embarrassed. Another laugh slips from my mouth. I'm used to see the flustered role being reversed. Anything from my girlfriend. Krista Sunny is staring at the ground with furrowed brows, but I can see the hint of pink on her cheeks soon becomes a more saturated red. So it's not just me that thinks hearing the label girlfriend makes it sound more real. I'm not sure like if Hannah is like embarrassed or annoyed by the main character. For the remaining amount of time taking to eat our crepes, neither of us talk as the background noise of the park break the awkward silence. I finish mine faster than her. I decide to start a conversation mainly about going home. Maurice-san, which trainer? I told you to stop calling me Maurice-san, did I? Her interruption startles me. I think back to when she told me that. I've completely forgotten as I have grown accustomed to calling her formally. Just call me Hana. Haha. It still feels a bit awkward and foreign to me to be on a first name basis with her. After all, it's been less than a week since I have gotten to know her. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, like a lot of games by Team Anpim have this like whirlwind romance theme basically. Like it is the same with the womanizer game and then the maid game. I guess it's a good theme for visual novels because then you can cut like a lot of the things that don't work super well in visual novels, like the slow parts. Like usually you want more actiony things. Right, where are we? Oh, we are getting there. Getting there so little more. Maybe like finish like this scene and then we are done for today. Hana. Son. Seriously, you still have to stick the honorific on. Just give me time to adjust. Alright then, I'll be getting ahead without the honorifics. Hinata. Her signature sneer replaced her previously adorable embarrassed look. I would think it would sound weird hearing my name being called by her, but somehow it doesn't sound too bad. After our snack, I suggest to head home as it's getting late. Still have homework to do, and I'm sure she does too. Party pooper, it's still early. I pull out my phone and look at the time, 4:58 PM. I kind of want to start on homework early. She looks at me with a judgmental expression. For real, nerd. Hey, at least I'm getting stuff done. Don't tell me you don't do your homework till the last minute. Your eyes shift away, and I know I totally hit the nail on the head. I might. I shake my head in disapproval at her bad student habits, and in return, she sticks her tongue out in a deadpan manner. Fine, let's go home. Suddenly, I feel bad for kind of ruining the mood, but what's done is done. Maybe I can work on that a bit. We move out of the park and into the path toward the train station. As we make our way to the station, our hands brush each other slightly, and it brings me back to the thought I had in the restaurant. I get a sudden courage to try the whole hand-holding thing, so I reach forward and our fingers touch again. However, I chicken out and pull back. This whole dating thing is still so new to me. It kind of frustrates me because I have no idea what to do. I don't want to mess up, but I know I will because I'm so clueless. Your hands are relaxed and open, and it should be super easy, but this is harder than any math test. My palms get clammy from the unnecessary stress. I retract my hand to my side and curse at myself for even trying. Jeez, just hold it, it's not that hard. At that moment, fingers sneak into my palm and interlace with mine. My eyes widen at her sudden reaction. Aside from the warmth in closing my hand, I can feel the rush of hotness flood my face. It might be me not being accustomed to hand-holding, but it feels kind of weird. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's nice. Avoid looking at her direction, because if we made eye contact, I fear my face would explode from high temperatures. See, not so hard is it? My gaze sighs towards the ground and I quickly shake my head. No, it is that hard. Morista-san chuckles at my inexperience. I guess you need more practice. No, I don't exactly hold hands with people often. Great, then I can teach you. Do you do this with everyone? Kind of. It's quite normal among girls, isn't it? Holding hands and linking arms, skinship. Depends on the country, but like hugs and stuff are totally normal. Nobody will suspect anything. Yeah, but what? We are not holding hands because we are friends. We are more than just friends, apparently. Yeah, we are dating, so you're gonna have to get used to it. She swings her arms joyfully and beams a bright smile at me. It's definitely something I have to get used to. This whole dating thing still hasn't wrapped around my head yet. My brain constantly asks myself if this is all just a dream. This is such a weird way to get a girlfriend. Oh, kinda, but it's not that outlandish. I would put it in the same category with meeting someone in a bar or something. Which is, by the way, what the main character was intending to do anyway, so nope, shouldn't be that weird. Can I even consider her a real girlfriend? We are doing this to satisfy each other's selfish desires. There's no real love in this. I don't know. Maybe not in you, but she seems normal. Could there be real love in the end? My heart sinks a bit, thinking about this situation deeply. Will we just go our separate ways once we figure out this thing isn't going to work? Just then, while I was deep in my thoughts, I get tugged from Morista-san's sudden stop. I look towards her to see what's wrong and find her squealing at something. Oh my gosh, look. Outside of an old rundown candy store sits an equally beat up capsule toy machine. I take a closer look at the toys she's marveling at and see some hedgehog straps on display. Oh, gotta go fast to get them, I guess. Her grip releases from our hold as she digs for her wallet in her bag. She pulls out 2 10-yen coins and inserts it in the slot, spinning the dial to roll a colored ball out. That is like $1 coins. Like a child on Christmas, she hastily opens up the capsule and reveals a pink Sakura-themed hedgehog. Ah, it's so cute. I don't know, like Sonic or anything, but that is like Amy, right? She proceeds to hang it on the strap of her school bag, which sports a bunch of other cute charms. Seeing how excited she is about the capsule, I'm tempted to get one myself. Ah, sorry, let's go, I got sidetracked. Wait. Pick out 2 10-yen coins and put my coin pouch from my coin pouch and mimic what she did. Out comes a blue capsule and I open it to find a hedgehog wearing sunglasses. No idea which one that is. Wow, cute. Exactly as she did, I tie it around my school bag strap and hold it up for her to see. Now we are matching. No, not exactly. Not exactly, but close. She lets out another one of her infectious giggles and holds her hedgehog charm up. As a couple should. As a couple should, huh? I let out a smile subconsciously in agreement. We then resume our path towards the station with her initiating the hand-holding again. This time though, it feels less awkward, but just as embarrassing. The rumble of the train lulls my eyelids fluttering shut. They become alert when Morrison Shita-san gets up. I don't realize it, but her stop is near approaching. The caramel orbs of her look at me gently, and she flashes a smile that's unlike all the other ones I have seen before. I had a lot of fun today, Hinata. We should go on another date sometime again. The riders of the train slowly get up and head towards the doors as they prepare to depart. I let out an embarrassed chuckle, hearing her say my name again. Just say the word, and I'll most likely tag along. That is, if you're not already dragging me with you. Her smile beams brighter in response to my offer. It's a promise then. Soon the cart slows to a stop and the doors open. This is where a goodbye kiss usually comes into the scene, isn't it? I ball my fist, knowing I won't ever have the courage to initiate a kiss, let alone in a place full of people. You did it before, though. Not in a place full of people, but you did it apart from that. She waves and turns around to exit through the train. Like a hug or something. Her pink cotton candy-like hair flutters away as the doors close and a figure disappears. I plop my back on my bed and collapse beside it. My eyes close from the exhaustion. It's not often that I go out after school, so my body is not accustomed to the fatigue lately. I'm not going to lie, it was definitely fun. I would do it again if the chances arise. Knowing her though, these outings will probably be very sporadic, just like herself. I pull out my phone to send her a message and check up on her. Did you get home safely? Yes, Mom, I got home safely. Just checking. You're free to check my bra size as well while you're at it. Kissy face and heart. I'm leaving. I was just joking, don't leave. I'm actually leaving, I want to take a nap. All I wanted to do was make sure you're safe. Bye. Oh, what a tsundere. I put my phone down and turn off the screen after ignoring her. It seems like I don't need to worry about her much. In fact, she might end up being the one worrying about me instead. My eyes begin to close, but the new addition to my school bag stops them. I pull my bag closer and fiddle with the little hedgehog charm. The hedgehog is wearing shades and shows a cool expression, and if it's the coolest hedgehog around, as if it's the coolest hedgehog around town. I examine the hedgehog and find myself smiling as I remember what happened today. Never had I thought I'll be tolerating her, especially what with a ridiculous way of meeting, but here I am, actually enjoying her company. Perhaps it's me unraveling the sides of her that everyone doesn't get to see. Well, I don't know, like it seems so far pretty the same. It's more like you're unraveling sides of yourself that well, people don't get to see, sadly. Or maybe it's her charisma working the charms. Whatever the reason, I know I'm gradually gravitating towards her. Maybe, just maybe, there's a chance this all can become real. Alright, well that is pretty good spot to call it. Alright. Alright. Well that is about half of the super long titled game. Something actually I can look it up, I guess. It's just too long to remember. I can't believe the most popular girl in school is a lesbian just like me. Yeah, it's a long one, but that's about half done. Next half sometime next week, like I'll probably be doing more streams than normally because of Pride Month, although I have been kind of slacking off too because I've been bumped by the voice acting and everything, but probably 2 weeks or something. Not sure when yet, like there will be the Queer Games bundle too that I will get, and I will stream games from it. But for now, we'll play this. No idea when the bundle will go live. But yeah, well, see you next week and happy Pride Month. And have a good one. See you. Bye bye.